Pardon me. Pardon me. Dang it. Right there. Well, hello. Pardon me, getting things put into place. At least trying to. We are going to try to make some lamb chops tonight. Bone-in lamb shoulder chops. So that is what we are going to do for dinner tonight. At least we're going to make an attempt. We're going to make the attempt at least. There. Okay. We got a lot of disarray, to say the least, right at the moment. Oh, I don't know where anything's at. Oh, here we go. Ah, well. So we got a little bit of trash to pick up down here. Mr. Lee, thank you for coming in. Hopefully you enjoy this one. Like I said, bone-in shoulder chops. Nice little bit of lamb. We're going to be making that for dinner. Something you don't normally find, even in most kitchens. You know, most home kitchens won't, deal with lamb. But we're going to give it a try there, sir. There. Just trying to pick things up your way, because in a truck, unless you have a sleeper that's a little bit, a lot longer, bit of a custom job, you do not have the space to do anything. And I'm just picking up some. We are in Murdo, South Dakota. Murdo, Murdo, South Dakota. We stopped at the Pilot truck stop. We got in about an hour later than what I normally like to stop, but I'd rather stop around 4:30 in the day. But we had a little bit longer to go today, so we the road is the road. When the speed limit goes down, it just takes me a little bit longer to get where I need to go. But we left Belgrade, Montana this morning on I-90. We came all the way over to Crow Agency. Little Bighorn is what most people know it as. The famous Battle of Little Bighorn. There. And we took the US 212 down into Wyoming, cut across the top of Wyoming, the top northeast side of Wyoming, and then got in here through Belforge, North Dakota, then down to Rapid City. Hey, Eric 83, Helen, how you doing? Glad you both could join us. We are hauling like I said, we got down to Balfour, South Dakota. We hit Rapid City, got back on I-83, or I-90, sorry, and it took that straight east here to Murdo, South Dakota, which has a car museum, automobile museum right across the street, but as per usual, don't have the time to go see it. But whatever. So, we did 607 miles today of driving. Pretty much clear weather all day, but well, no snow, no rain, but it was a bit cloudy. Not too bad though. Just boring. Excuse me. Just plain old boring is all it was. But our load for today. Hey, TJ. Welcome, sir. Appreciate it. Our load, we have 2 Komatsu 88 MR excavators. So mini excavators. Oh, got Storm Dennis. That's always fun. And they put that up there. So like I said, we got 2 of those. We are bringing from Rochester, Washington to Woburn, Massachusetts, which is just a little bit north of Boston, or on the north side of Boston. Which, when you add the miles in that I had to come out of California, pardon me. When you add the miles that to get this load coming out of California, where I made my delivery last Friday. Yeah, last Friday morning, I delivered in Woodland, California. I did 283 miles up to Medford, then another 350 miles up to Chehalis, Washington. And then that was 16 miles away from my pickup, which was on Thursday. So, I waited 5 days for this load. So, in total, we're looking a little bit over 4,000 miles for this trip in total, with the deadhead miles and the miles I got to go from delivery to to the end. So, almost 4,000 miles. Which, if I were getting paid per mile, wouldn't be too bad of a run, but I'm a salary employee, so the 5 days that I sat around doing nothing doesn't count against me. So I don't lose money, I don't gain money. It just even Stevens all the way across. So like I said, we are making bone-in shoulder lamb chops. Well, part of my heritage is German. According to family information, some of my great grandparents, I think it's great grandparents, in the 1870s came over on I think it's 1870s, 1880s, came over on the steamship Great Eastern. The family name was Schillenberg at the time. And like many immigrants, the family name was changed. Why, I don't know, but there you go. Family name was changed to Waddell. And, New York, so in Virginia for the most part. Let me get a doodad here, another bag. Take care of my trash. But English, German, supposedly a little bit of Welsh, and of course, being a typical American mutt, you know, that everybody came in, a little bit of Winnebago Indian, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it's just all. So that's where the primary heritage comes from, Germany and England. And then, you know, take that as it is. So here we got 2 nice shoulder chops of lamb. Hey, Bridget Earl, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate it. Make a little bit of lamb tonight in the truck. If I can get myself organized, that'd be nice. Oh, well, I got here to the truck stop in Murdo. Go to some park, went use the facilities, whatnot. Got myself a nice tall cup of ice. You know, but I found these potato chips, or these tortilla chips. Well, I guess potato chips. Called Ripples. Loaded nachos flavored potato chips. Now, I've never had this brand, but I thought, let's give it a try, you know. So we're gonna have that for a little bit of dessert, maybe. So, like I said, we got our 2 lamb chops, which we could do. We could put on the panini grill and do it very quickly, or we could dig in here into our cabinet here, and we pull all the other stuff out of the cabinet, get ourselves a nice cast iron pan. We don't have to do it this way, so we can do it on the panini grill. Just do it fast and you know, fast and loose, as I like to say. But I want to take my time doing this, so I will. So we're going to be using a little bit of Italian seasoning. Where's my black pepper at? Oh, here's my black pepper. Some black pepper. We're going to use some kosher salt. May seem unusual. Some Kikkoman soy sauce. Okay. Got to move some other stuff out of the way here. Go up there. There we go. Let's see. We're going to use a little bit more time than what comes in the Italian seasoning, so we're gonna put a little bit more time in there, because we're going to actually use time more than we're going to use this. We're just going to use this as a tad, about 3 to 1. We're going to use the time over the mix. We don't need anything else out of there for the moment, so we're going to close that up. Now we just need to get some of the tools we need. So we got a pair of cooking tongs. Let's get this out here first. Let's use our brain a little bit if we can. So we got a nice little tray here. So we're cooking tongs, a nice knife. Need a spatula. Gonna need a fork. We're gonna need a knife to eat with, which if I could find one, that'd be all nice. Yeah, we got a knife. We got a knife to eat with. Then we're gonna take a couple of spoons here. Here we got a couple spoons to cook with. And what else? I think that'll be good. We're gonna go with that. So now we just need to put our lid back on. Now I could get out the big cutting board. We're just gonna use a small one because whereas basically the only thing we're really gonna be cutting on that is gonna be a little bit of onion. So that we don't need to break out the big one for that. All right, get that put away. Yeah. See, give you a little bit behind the scenes kind of look here. Now this is, like I said, we're gonna move to the opposite side over here. All right, so on the bed, you see all the stuff that winds up on the bed while I'm doing this. You know, because I just don't have the room. I don't have counter space to put it on. It's got to go somewhere, so just piles up over there. Yes, it does look a fright. I'm not happy about it either. So, but that's what we got to do. Now, you normally sit right here. You got a printer there, microwave up there, which we're going to be using. This is my kitchen cabinet. So, like I said, cutting board. You know, I got two little totes here for my utensils and some of my vacuum storage bag stuff there. I got some storage here with some pasta in it. You know, just box pasta, kind of like an emergency type food thing. I got rice, fish, popcorn. I guess got tuna fish in there, some kippers. You know, looks like that. Then down at the very bottom, we got spices, flour, cornstarch, pancake mix. You know, and try to be as organized as I can with that. But with that, so now this space right here is where all my pots and pans got to go, which is not always the easiest thing because things, you know, just like a regular cabinet, it just doesn't sit so well sometimes. So, you know, you just got to kind of throw it in there and hope it does what it's supposed to, the way you want it. And sometimes it just don't. You know, it's like stack that like that, I guess. Stack it on top. And just kind of shove it in there and pray it all fits. All right. So coffee cup can sit right there. Here, we got some bowls. Put that in there, why not? We have other pots and pans and bowls. So we could do our vegetables in a pot, but we're not gonna do that. This is a microwave safe bowl, so we're gonna just put the vegetables in the water, put it in the microwave, boil it up. So we use that as one of our tools as well. So we got some Tupperware. Here, we got some other, like I said, other kitchen tools. You know, a vacuum containers. I'm just gonna kind of throw that right in there like that, I think. There we go. And it's not that easy. Like I said, we got, you know, things like crackers and things like we just try to fit it in wherever we can. So again, we got a little bit of water. We're going to keep that out because we got to put our vegetables in. So we got a little bit of water left in the 1 gallon container here. We got another gallon of water that's not been opened yet. So we will deal with that as we can. We're going to put our hot chocolate back in here. We're going to put our bread in there to get it out of the way so it doesn't get all crushed and nastified. Now we're going to close that up. That's only so interesting. All right. Well, hopefully this recipe, Helen, is something that you can easily replicate in the home. We will see if I make you disgusted with and hate lamb from this point on. Now, the other thing we're going to do, we got to get some stuff out of the refrigerator. So, this is the entirety of the refrigerator and up there. Wrong way, there. That's the freezer. That's the entirety of it. So, we're going to get some garlic. Got to find the browning sauce that's open. No, this one's open. Is that one open? That's not open. There. We're going to take a little bit of tomato paste. Yeah, this is the one that's open. We got some browning sauce. It's not real cooking until you have some butter. And we need, if I can find it, here we go. We got some Better Than Bouillon. And we should have some onion around here somewhere. There we go. We got a little bit of onion. Bang, a little bit of white onion. Now we did make spaghetti last night. Hey Mike, how you doing, sir? Making some lamb here. I did have a pound of ground beef, and I made spaghetti 2 nights ago, and I had enough left over to make a hamburger, so we will see what we're going to do with this later on. But the thing is, tomorrow I'm going to make a stir fry. You know, so I got some bean sprouts here. You know, I got vegetables. I got some bok choy left. You know, I got a good number of things. I'm going to make some rice. We got some egg. Got some rice. We got vegetables. So we have enough to make what we want. All right, now, we also have for dinner some mixed vegetables. We could steam the whole thing, but that's too much. I'm not gonna use more than half of this for my dinner tonight. So, but like I said, we could steam this in all at once and just put it in the refrigerator and just reheat it. But I'll just boil it like I do in the microwave real quick. Throw a little bit of butter on it, maybe a little bit of black pepper maybe, and we'll just call that. So this is going to sit to the side until basically this is going to be one of the last things we do. You know, we're going to cook this up, let it sit for a moment. We're going to finish up our gravy, get everything put on the plate, and we'll be good. So we're just going to set that in the refrigerator for now. The only other thing to add it up, a nice big old baked potato. You know, here's my hand for comparison right there. You know, that's a pretty big russet potato. It is a bit bigger than I really want, but I'm not going to complain about a baked potato. All right. And you are going to love the Instapot, Mike. You're going to love it. Now, like I said, I got the 3-quart version, which is the smallest one they make. It's always, that light always shines from the wrong spot. So Instapot, the 3-quart version is good for the truck. I do, like I said, I do ribs. I do almost anything you want. And I just ordered a couple of accessories for it through Amazon. So when I get to my sister's house in a little over a week, probably a little more than a week, we're going to be picking that stuff up. It's going to expand what I can actually do with the Instapot. But tonight, we do some lamb. Now, these are about 1 inch thick. A little bit thicker would be nicer, but for the price, they weren't too bad. You know, it wasn't too bad. All right, so we are going to work on the first thing we're going to cook is the baked potato, because it'll hold the temperature a long time. So going to turn that on, plug that in. That's working. So what I do is, let me turn that down here. Just dig out the eyes that may have sprouted. And yes, it's going right on the floor. Don't worry, I got my vacuum. Got the little vacuum right here. Maybe a slob, but I'm not dirty. Well, just up here. So we're going to take that. 6-quart is a good size for most couples. If you got kids, young children, the 8-quart is probably the better size to go with. But I have thoroughly enjoyed the Instant Pot. Even if you just want to boil water, it does it pretty good. All right, so we basically took our fork, stabbed our baked potatoes, let that steam out so it doesn't rip. Throw that up there. Potato 1, 2. Start. Okay. So now that's going. All right. Like I said, we got almost all of our kitchen tools right here. The only other thing we need is a measuring cup. Not because we actually want to measure anything, just because it's easier to, it's got the little pour spout on there, and it just fits in there. So the first thing we're gonna mix up is gonna be our gravy. Hold a second. The little turntable came off its. There we go. All right. So I do the potato up in there, just knock the glass turntable off. All right, so we're gonna make our gravy base in this. So I'm gonna set that right there, I think. Now, so we are taking a brand new jar of Better Than Bouillon. Open that up. And what did I do with my trash bag? Here it is. There we go. Throw that right in there. So, if you ever use the bouillon cubes, or you use the the stock that comes out of the that'll come out of a little carton. This is a super thick paste. Basically, it's taking the same thing they did with the bouillon cubes, and they just concentrate it down. So we're going to take a nice little handy dandy spoon. Take a nice little glob of that. Throw that right in there. We're going to take, like I said, we're going to take a little bit of thyme leaves. Like I said, we're going to do about 3 to 1 for our herbs. Because I want this to be a little bit more towards the thyme side. So we got our thyme leaves in there. A little bit of Italian seasoning. Put that out of the way. We're going to take a little bit of the browning sauce, just a touch. It's not so much for the color; it's a little bit of flavor. It's a small drop of that. I want a little bit more saucy, a little more beefy in flavor, so I'm going to use the little dash of the soy sauce. There we go. And we're going to be throwing in a little bit of the garlic into this base. Get a spoon here. So, just a little touch of garlic. Ross Rome's, thank you coming in from England. I appreciate it. We are making some lamb chops, sir. There you go. So we're getting our sauce ready. Okay, so we got all that done. We got a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of salt to go. So we can put all that stuff away. We still have a little bit of tomato paste, but this will go directly into the pan first before we add the base for the gravy. And the butter is going to be help to kind of smooth it out and also help to cook the lamb chops. And also we're going to put a little bit of finely diced onion in there as well, get a little bit of sweetness. But that's going to come towards the end. So once the potato is done, then we can move on to the other ingredients here. We can get the pan nice and hot. We're going to throw in a little dab of butter. Then we're going to, like I said, get the lamb chops in there. So while we're waiting for the potato, we take a little bit of the kosher salt. We're going to season our lamb here. And I'm only going to do the one side. Some people like doing both sides, and most professional chefs will do both sides, but I kind of like that Italian capriciousness that it doesn't all have to be exactly the same in uniform. I like some, that little bit of difference there. So we got a little bit of salt and pepper on there. Now we just gotta wait for the potato to be done. We're gonna leave it in there. Just let that right there, I guess. Where's my bowl at? Here's my bowl. So we're gonna get while we're waiting for that, we're gonna go get our vegetable in there. And if it thaws out a little bit before we start cooking, it's not that terrible a situation. Knife out here. And that's all we need right there. Now we'll just kind of fold that up a little bit. Cram that back up in here so it stays frozen for later. There we go. We're going to put our other stuff away because we just don't need it out. That away, put that away. Go. And everything else can go down here. Okay. There we go. Get all that out of the way. All right. And so, as per usual, let's go ahead. Like I said, we're going to use the remainder of our water. We're just going to get those boiled up in the microwave so it's nice and easy. And these are valuable to a truck driver. Little plastic jugs are valuable to a truck driver. I'm not going to say now, but if you're a truck driver, you know what I'm talking about. So we got that going. We're just going to stick that up right here. Let that, it's going to thaw out a bit, but we're going to be cooking it pretty quickly anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Now, we got another whole gallon of water. We're going to put that in here into our gravy ingredients. And we got, what do we got here? About half a cup total of volume. What did I just do with the lid? Oh, here it is. See, the brain already goes when you get old. All right, we gotta set that right there from now on. So, all the herbs in here are gonna steep. The wet ingredients are going to, be dispersed, and the paste, the demi-glace, the paste bouillon, whatever you want to call it, is going to melt into this, and all those flavors are going to combine. The garlic is going to be released as well. I'm going to set that right there. Going to check our potato, and I think our potato is done. All right, hot potato, all done. We're gonna set that up on top here. We'll go ahead and put our vegetables up in the microwave, and they can wait. Stop. Now we'll just unplug the microwave. So now we got our pan, cutting board for our onion. So we got to get this turned on. We got to get that nice and hot. And while we do that, we're going to take a wet wipe, disinfecting wipe. And we're going to clean up the dishes we've used so far, because we don't have a big old sink to throw anything into. Nice and clean. Give me a towel to set that on real quick. There we go. And our spoon. Get that clean. And our fork. Get that all clean. Take a clean kitchen towel. Wipe that off so that's ready to be used. Now, if I was in a regular kitchen, Mr. Floto, how you doing, Ralph? Thanks for coming in. And clean our knife off. Put that right back in the sheath so we don't accidentally cut our head off. We are good to go. So we're getting that hot. We got a little bit more to go with that. It is 6:17. Wow. No, it's got to be 7:17. Got to be 6:17? I guess 6:17. I have no idea anymore. So 6:17 for me. I'm in Central Time. We are in. Hey, Suede! How you doing? Ain't seen you in a while. Doing the old lamb chops for dinner type affair. And while we wait for that pan to heat up, I'm going to do a little bit of a messaging here. Try to at least appear like I'm part of the world. All right, so we got some of that done. All right, so that is almost ready. We want to make sure that's hot enough so we actually get that color, that good color on the lamb. We don't want to have just it's brown. We want to have that caramelized type of brown. We've been pretty good, Sway. Just work as much as I can. Whenever I do have a load, we waited 5 days for this load. We dropped off at Herlong, California, and Woodland, California, with the load that brought us out to California from Indianapolis. We waited at Dunnigan, California for a day. We went up to Medford, Oregon. Waited there for a couple more days. Finally got this load after another load fell out. Oh, man. Woo. Okay, that's starting. I'm starting to feel it. Starting to feel it. All right, here we go. So we got 2 mini excavators. There we go. There we go. Put that in the pan. Get that all fatted up. There we go. Gonna take our lamb. Right in the pan like that. We're putting the salt and pepper side down first. There we go. It is a bit smoky, but it's worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and open the, well, I can't want to open that window. I want to open this one. Let a little fresh air in. All right. I would do the other side, open that up, but that's where my APU is and it's running, so we will try as always. And I hope all you guys stay safe with that storm coming to you guys. Excuse me. So we are getting that yarn it out. So we got our lamb cooking. Like I said, butter. For our fat, I wish I had regular oil, but I need to pick up some. I like grapeseed oil and peanut oil. Those are the two, besides olive oil, but those are my 2 favorites. So we're getting that going. We've got our gravy base here. Get that chopped up. It'd be better if this water was a little bit hot, but there we go. Get that demi-glace to break up in there a little bit. There we go. Like I said, this isn't going to take that long. We are not trying to make this, really well done. I don't like well done anything. Now I just need to find me a plate here. There we go. Since we are being extra fancy today with this meal, we're going to use a real China plate. Like I said, this isn't going to take long at all. All right. These are approximately 1 inch thick, maybe a little bit less, 3/4, 3/4 to 1 inch. They are out at room temperature since about 1 p.m. Well, actually 2 p.m. because we were in mountain time. Then we came into central time. So about 2 p.m. to 6. So we are good. All right. So those are not sticking. So those are going off good. There we go. There we go. That's the way to do it. Woo! Yeah, baby. All right, let me get a towel here so I can grab the handle. You cannot tell me that's not going to be a good meal. This is why I love cooking for myself in the truck. That's the truck stop. There is food available in there. It all sucks. It all sucks. It'll keep you alive, but but what kind of life is that? All right, let me I'm going to open the front windows here as well. You know, cross flow going on. Yeah. Don't mind my butt. There we go. There we go. So let me turn this on to a fan as well. So maybe a little bit more noisy in here than normal, but what you gonna do? All right, so like I say, you know, if I can cook about it, if I can cook for myself, I can make what I want, when I want, how I want. I'm gonna be much more satisfied with it, and it's gonna be cheaper. Now, this is kind of an expensive meal for what I normally do. Most of my meals are under $4. Well, see, Helen, that is my mission in life, to torture people by making them hungry. So there you go. You are almost never going to see this being done by anybody else. Oh, that's the thing. I know what's in there. I know how much of it is. Yes, Wade, I got your typical truck refrigerator. That's the entirety. Freezer right there. I still have some, I have some chuck roast. I have some chicken bones and skin and a little bit of meat up in there to make a chicken soup with. I got some hot dogs up there, lima beans, and some mixed vegetables. Then, of course, you know, you got your other stuff in there as well. All right, so we're going to call this part done. So we're going to put that on the plate like that. Oh, yeah, baby. We're going to turn that heat down just a little bit. We're going to get our onion out, which if you all hadn't been distracting me, I would have done already, but I'm going to blame you. So we're going to take just a little bit of onion. Just that amount of onion right there. Get that sliced long ways. Then we're just going to kind of get a nice, fine, a relatively fine chop on it. Now, if I had a real cutting board, I could stand up and do this. I can really use my knife properly, but there we go. All right, stick that to the side. Wipe off our knife. There we go. Take a little bit more butter, because why not? Now we have some of the little bits of lamb that have broken off. Put that in there. And that's the thing, you know, okay, last night, I ate the remainder of the beef curry I made last week. I had still a little bit of it left. I ate the rest of that. For lunch yesterday, I had the remainder of the spaghetti I made the day before. And then last night, I was still hungry because it was a lot of rice, wasn't as much of the beef curry, so I still was hungry. About 2 hours later, I made a cheese sandwich. Now, there are times a sandwich can be pretty damn good. I had 2 half-pound pastrami sandwiches this week. You're not going to find me complaining about a good old hot pastrami sandwich, but sandwiches, they get old real quick. It's the same old, same old. Yes, it's easy. Yes, it's fast. But there's no reason why you can't do what we're doing like right now. Because it's simple. I mean, it's just like cooking in a house. Yes, it's a little bit uncomfortable having it down below my knees instead of, you know, I'm not able to stand up at a counter, you know, like you would in a house, but, you know, got to do what you got to do. All right, so let me get my spatula here. So we got butter, a little bit of the flavor out of the beef. I mean, out of the lamb, a little bit of the lamb's fat. So we're going to take a little bit of tomato paste. Now this is just Amore tomato paste. Real simple because it's in a little tube. You don't have to open a whole can. I use this stuff in a regular kitchen as well. All right, so I turn that temperature up a little bit. I'm going to smash that tomato paste in there. It's going to give some good flavor. Going to sweeten it up a little bit. Turn that up all the way to the max. It's suede, especially, if you're going to try to do this type of stuff in the truck, I'd use no paper plates, no plastic knives and forks, no paper towels. I have real pots and pans. I mean, it's a cast iron pan. There's no reason why you can't have that in the truck. Now, when you're in the truck with your husband, yeah, you got to be a little bit more creative. If you got a double bunk in the truck, that definitely makes it a lot easier because you have a lot more storage space. I came out of a T680 with a double bunk. That top bunk had a whole row of shelves along the back. I really enjoyed it. Now I have less space, but I'm still doing the same thing. All right. So we got that's melting in together. We got our gravy base here. Now, we want this to be a little bit thicker. So we keep the magic ingredient, Wondra flour, really finely ground flour. And this is going to be our thickening agent. Just a little bit in there. Put that right back where it belongs. Try to pretend like we're organized. Get in there. All right. So we're just going to stir that around, get all that flour incorporated. Turn that heat down just a little bit. We still got a bit of water in here. That's why it's bubbling. Excuse me. Sit that right there. Okay. So now just a moment. We're going to take our little gravy or sauce base. Well, what type of truck are you driving, Suede? I forget. Are you driving a Cascadia? What type of truck are you driving? Right now I'm in a Peterbilt 389. All right, so we got like I said, we got some thyme, Italian seasoning, 3-to-1. We got a little bit of garlic, a bit of browning sauce, a tiny dab of soy sauce, our demi-glace and water. All right. So we have enough residual heat in the pan so we can unplug that. Plug our microwave back in. Put the vegetables on for 3 minutes. Take that spoon, put that out the way. There we go. Now, demi-glace is not fully melted in yet, so it's going to take a little bit of cooking. You want to get those big lumps out because that would not be that appetizing. A whisk would be really nice, but I've had 3 whisks on the truck before, and I just keep breaking them. So we'll do this, and we're gonna plug this back in before we're done. So we're gonna bring that up to a boil for the most part. Stick that right there. That spoon there. We got to keep the butter out just for the moment, because we're going to be putting a little bit of butter into this. Okay, so Cascadia. I had like I said, a Kenworth T680 with a double bunk, and I built a shelving system on that top bunk. If you go back, I believe it's episode 76 from the season 1, an episode called Top Shelf Shelving. You'll see the system that I built to give me the extra storage space up on that top bunk, and I'm using those Walmart plastic bins and some plywood. It doubled my usable storage space. Yeah, that's back when I was at Melted Truck Lines. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna make sure we mash up the demi-glace here. Little tiny chunks of onion, and as soon as the veggies get done, we're gonna turn this back on. We're going to turn that back on, bring it up to a boil. We're going to take our lamb, put the lamb back, put it in there to cover it, both sides. We'll get our baked potato. We'll get that on the plate. We're going to leave 1 lamb in the sauce in the pan because we just don't have the room on the plate. So why not? We're going to take these lamb juices. We're going to throw that in there too. Let's just check the mic. Let's check here. All right. Nice and hot, or hot enough. I don't like my my vegetables mushy. I like most of my vegetables, except for lima beans. Daniel, I was in there. I did say hi. But you were I forget what you were talking about, your lease or something to that effect, if I remember correctly. But I said hi to you there, Daniel, and I do appreciate that you came into mine. Always a treat. Yeah, Mike, those lunchbox things, those 12-volt things, I do not understand why anybody would ever want to use them when we have inverters, we have APUs, we have all the power that we need in a truck. I do not understand why any truck driver nowadays would want to use that low power garbage. That's what I think of. Yarn it out, I believe I did. I believe I did leave a comment on your channel. All right, so this is coming to a boil again. I don't know if you can see it. So a nice gravy that's starting to thicken up. There we go. We're gonna make this a little bit more rich by adding a little bit more fat. If you have a problem with butter, this is not the channel for you. Add a little bit of butter into that. We don't need our knife anymore, so we're going to quickly clean that off and put that away. There we go. one. There we go. Take our towel, dry that off. Put it back in the sheet so we don't hurt anybody, mostly ourselves. All right, let's get that butter in there. Melt that all together. Yeah, the smell that, like I said, that thyme is the #1 flavor and aroma that I want. Okay, that's starting to thicken up. Pretty nice. We're going to take our lamb. Now, this is the pepper and salt and pepper side. We put that face down in there so that some of that comes off and gets into the gravy there. Yep. Now, going to get our knife back. So now we just got to drain off the water off of our vegetables here. Hopefully we don't make too big of a mess. There we go. And of course, nothing is good if it don't have butter on it. So we're going to throw a little butter on that. We can put this away now so that doesn't continue to melt. And I always try to keep a gallon of water. I always try to keep an extra thing of butter, and then everything else is kind of whatever else I get is fine. As long as I have water, butter, salt, pepper, a few basic ingredients, we're good to go. All right, so these are all dirty. We'll deal with that in a moment. We're going to set that right there on the floor out the way. We're going to turn that off. Let's go ahead and turn these over. There we go. I'm going to set that right there. Take a little spoon here. Put a little sauce on top. Smear that around. Leave that spoon right there. The other spoon. And stir our veggies up. And I think I put the butter away too soon. Forgot about the baked potato. So we get the vegetables all covered with butter there. Get the butter out first. There we go. Reach up here, grab our nice old baked potato. Unfortunately, it's a little bit bigger than what I normally want, but whatever. Cavenders. I have not heard of Cavenders, but I can easily look it up. Hopefully they have it at the hopefully if I can pick up at Amazon, I'll have it shipped to my sister's house. I'm going back there to pick up, the tax papers and that stuff. Stuff I've ordered over the past couple weeks. Mail and blah, 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 blah. Okay. There we go. So we're going to get ourselves set here. Don't need that. Just that over there. Nice big old baked potato. No, I do not do sour cream. I do not like sour cream, so no sour cream, no chives, no nasty bacon bits, unless I make them myself. So, bit of butter. Okay. Another bit of butter. Let that sit in there and melt. I don't want any more salt on that because I'm going to get enough salt from the gravy. I am not afraid of salt. I love salt. I like my potatoes, especially French fries, really salty. But I'm going to get enough salt from the gravy that's going to compensate for that. $32 miles an hour. That's always fun, huh? Yes, Daniel. Real butter. You are right, 100% right on that. Do it with the real stuff. Like I said, I have some spread, I have some spread up in there for like, just putting, buttering some bread, to make like grilled cheese sandwich or something. That's fine once in a while. But when I want real butter, I go with real butter. Right? So put our clean knife away, stick that over there. We got, let's get our plate set here. I'm going to grab this one, why not? Put that on the plate, there we go. A little bit extra gravy there. Put a little bit on the baked potato as well, why not? And all I need to do to thin that out again is just add a little bit more water. And this, oh yeah. Oh my. So that's not going to be sitting as a leftover. I'm going to eat this first. That's going to be following right behind. So we got ourselves a plan. All right, now. So we got our standard mixed vegetables here: peas, corn, carrot, green bean. Now we could get some bread, whatnot, a roll or whatnot. That is our dinner for the night. Like I said, a little something special. So, when I was waiting for the load I'm on today, Saturday, about 2 p.m., I got up to Medford, Oregon, at the, I believe it was the pilot. I got to Medford, Oregon, Saturday, sat around, did nothing. What do you do when you're waiting for a load? Dispatch is not in, so they're not going to be doing anything. Sunday, I took a walk across I-5. There's an Albertsons on the other side of the highway. Went in there, was looking for a few things. I didn't know what I was going to do. I knew I wanted to do a curry, so I got a few vegetables for that. Bok choy and carrot and mung bean and a few things that I wanted. I was looking for some chicken thighs. They did not have, they had one package of chicken thighs that were so freaking anemic. I mean, it was like, they were like, that big. It's like, that's what you do for chicken thighs here in Oregon? I mean, they had chicken breast, chicken wings, legs, tenderloins, no chicken thighs, that one thing. Mike, yes, I am. I'm in Murdo, South Dakota, right across the street from the Pioneer Auto Museum, which I've been here 5 times over the past couple years. Every single time that I'm stopping, I'm never stopping long enough to actually be able to go in. Hey, Miss Stephanie, all the way from the UK. So we're going all around the world. UK, Australia for Miss Stephanie, and everywhere in America, hopefully. Let's see if we get somebody from Antarctica to watch this. That'd be nice. So, a bit of lamb chop, baked potato, mixed vegetables. This is definitely not a cheap meal to make. These 2 lamb chops were about $12 for the 2 of them. So this is one of the most expensive meals I have ever made in the truck. But, Box Elder, you're not that far up the road. You're what 30 miles, 40 miles away, something like that? I think there's a Love's there in Box Elder. You're a little bit to the, hey, Theology. Too bad I can't pass this through the screen there, but lamb chops for dinner. All right. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a way to actually eat this halfway. Well, that's why, as a oversized heavy haul guy, I got my permit book, 4 inches thick. So this will be a good way to be my table. So that puts that up nice and high. You have cable trying to eat my lamb chop. So this is a bone-in lamb chop with the eye in it. This is what they call a shoulder chop. Got a little bit of bone back here with a lot of fat. There we go. We'll stick that off to the side there. Good amount of gravy on that. That's what JJ from Good Times would have said, dynamite. Bit of buttered vegetable, potato with a little bit of the gravy and lots of butter on it. That's worth, even if I paid the same exact amount, pardon me, if I paid the same exact amount for a mediocre steak, at the truck stop, I would consider myself ripped off. Now, not too many restaurants, period, will do lamb. No truck stop is going to do lamb. Well, let's turn. I said, this is not. Don't try that at home. Like I said, your typical Walmart little serrated knife. It's set because it's got so much fat in it. It doesn't cut as well, but it cuts fairly easy. Not bad. Like I said, if I actually had a real kitchen in the truck, like I had a 100-inch sleeper with a countertop, I could take much more time, do things a little bit better. But for doing it on a freaking, a 600, 700 watt hot plate in a truck, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I mean, you can't really get this amount of food, even for the price I paid. I mean, this meal here is approximately $15 total. But compare that to, you're going to get less food. It's not going to be the way you want it at the restaurant. You may not actually get what you want. I don't know about you. I'm happy. All right. So, we started the day in Belgrade, Montana. About almost halfway in Montana. Well, wow. Man, that's good. Oh, man. That's almost fall off the bone. Oh, man, that's good. But like I said, you can't really get this anywhere. If you want to do lamb, you want to have lamb on the road as a truck driver, you're hard pressed to find a good restaurant. I mean, what, maybe Texas Roadhouse or Logan's Roadhouse, but you're going to pay $25 or so, if I remember right. But like I said, the thing the reason why I do it is not to save the money. That's the last benefit that I worry about. Turn that off. Close that window. The last thing that I worry about is the money cost of it. You know, how much money am I saving? That's just an added benefit. I really love to cook. I enjoy the entire process of cooking. I enjoy the shopping, the planning of what I'm going to get, how I'm going to do this and that, what techniques do I need, what tools do I need. Hey, JBW, welcome in. Thanks for coming. You missed the best part. But like I said, you know, I get it the way I want it. And that's more important. That's the thing. You know, I can shop at Walmart or Albertsons or whatever grocery stores around the area. What do they have on the shelves? What can I do with what I can actually fit on the truck? And the biggest limiting factor of what I have on the truck is this little sucker right here. If I had this as you know, my laundry, as my clothes cabinet, instead of this, we reverse those sizes, make this all refrigerator, man, you would see some of the things I would make. I mean, if I had a refrigerator and freezer, I'd be making ice cream in the truck. I would gladly be making ice cream in this truck. I have an ice cream maker. Unfortunately, it's sitting at my sister's house. But, you know, being able to make lamb, that's one of those treats that I get once in a while. You know, yeah, I'm going to do sandwiches. Yes, I'm going to do soup. I'm going to do a lot of basic things. But at the same time, I'm going to do those things that I enjoy more than anything else. Suede 3-quart Instant Pot. Get on Amazon. It's like less than $70. This is the best tool I have in the truck for cooking. The number one best tool to have as a truck driver in the truck. I can get 4 meals out of one of these. Easy. My other second best tool, a nice cast iron pan. And there's other varieties of that stuff out there, you know, but those are my 2 best tools. The only other thing that you have to bring is a willingness to use them. Yeah, I got the microwave. I got a panini maker. I got the Instapot, pressure cooker, slow cooker. Does all that stuff. You know, it's like, it's not difficult to cook in the truck. It's just the willingness to do so. That's the big thing. The willingness to do so. The willingness to do dishes. I have a friend who started with me, went to the same truck driving school. We started the same company for our first company. And his big thing was soup and roll-ups, cheese and meat, and that's what he ate 90% of the time. Why? Why, we already suffer enough doing a 24/7 job as over-the-road drivers. Now, I say over-the-road drivers because that's what this is primarily geared to. Over the drive, you're always in the truck, 24/7, 7, 8, 10 days a week. Month after month. I mean, I'm in the truck full time. So I rarely take any time off. I get too much time off. Just waiting for a load. You gotta close the windows here now. Getting a little bit cold. Pardon my backside. Yeah, I don't want to leave those open all night because those get down to like 23 or 24 degrees here in Murdo. USA Watch Cop, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. And if anybody's missed the beginning here with the cooking portion, it is DVR'd, so it will always be up on the channel. Check out this cooking video with the lamb chops, beef curry, pancakes, ribs. I have a ton. I have lots of other ones, and I will be doing a cooking video tomorrow as well. I'm gonna be doing a stir fry, so making some rice, vegetables. I wish I had a wok, but I don't have the ability to get that up to the temperature I want. But like I said, we're gonna make a nice little Asian stir fry. We have a bit of beef in the freezer. We're gonna cut that up, nice small pieces. Stir all that together. Throw it on top of rice. Splash some good old fashioned soy sauce on it, and we'll go to town. So we are taking this load we're currently under from Rochester, Washington, a little bit south of Tacoma. We're taking this all the way out to Woburn, Massachusetts, the north side of Boston. In total, with the deadhead miles, we're talking about 4,000 miles almost, which is not too bad. Not too bad. Tomorrow, we are leaving Murdo, South Dakota. Here on I-90. We're heading over to Sioux Falls. We're going to get on the 29, I believe it is. Take that south down to I-80. I-80, we're going to be going east again. We're going to get past Des Moines, get over to Iowa 80 for the night. We have about 640-mile drive tomorrow. But since we're going into Iowa 80, I don't have to worry about whether there's going to be a parking spot available. Oh, you're going to abandon me for regular old TV. Well, I love you too, Suede. Thanks a lot. I go through the expense of making this just for you, and you're going to abandon me like that. Just have a good night, Suede. You and your husband have a good evening, and just be safe out there, okay? God bless. And Mike is leaving me too. Bunch of traitors. But like I said, we're going to make it to Iowa 80, the world's largest truck stop, quote unquote. We're going to begin there tomorrow. Like I said, 640 miles, plus, a couple extra. Then the next 2 days, we're going to be making our way Monday and Tuesday. We're going to make it somewhere into Ohio, I think. We're going to be going a little bit south of Chicago. Stop in Ohio, more likely at a rest stop. I'm thinking the Blue Heron rest stop in Iowa. In Ohio. I'm thinking, but we'll see exactly where I do stop. Then Tuesday, we're going to get as close to Boston as I can get. I think I'll probably be stopping in New York State, but we'll see where I actually am going to get to. I've never had to park in Massachusetts, driven through, but I've never had to park in Massachusetts, so I don't know exactly where we're going to stop. We'll figure that out Monday night, where we're going to stop Tuesday. Well, Helen, when you're looking at the Google Maps, I'll wave up to you when the satellite flies over. All right, Mike, talk to you later, brother. Catch you on the WhatsApp. Stephanie, see? That's why I love you, Stephanie. You're always there for me. I appreciate that. So we are going to finish our dinner here. We're going to try to edit another video tonight because last night I was just too busy reorganizing things and straightening things up. So I didn't get to edit another video. So we're going to do some editing tonight. We're going to get another one uploaded. We're still way behind. We're still working on November. So please bear with me on that. Trying to catch up. JBW, I don't care what anybody says. I will gladly take a second seat to Hee Haw any day. That's an underrated show. Great music. So I got no problem playing second fiddle to Hee Haw. So we're going to do, like I said, we're going to finish this plate. I got a second lamb chop in there, which is not going to be leftovers that will be eaten right after this. So we're going to go to bed with an even bigger belly than usual. And like the shirt says, underestimate me. That'll be fun. And everybody can achieve that as well. All right, let me do that up. Texas Life, Julie, coming in at the last minute. Well, it's good to have you anyway. I do appreciate it. Made lamb chops. So we're going to finish that up. Like I said, if you want to see what I did, I showed you all the ingredients, all the tools, pretty much all the cooking, I figure you want to hear me yammer and see my ugly face, so let you see that for once in a while. JBW, thank you. That's absolutely correct. Country music, for me, died in 1980. Well, thank you, sir. Come on in anytime. I am checking your videos out when I have the opportunity. Being a truck driver, you know how that is. So, like I said, I just want to thank every single one of you for coming in and watching. We got up to 11 viewers. That is one of the biggest number I've had for a live stream, and I do appreciate it. What is a mukbang? Everybody says mukbang. I have no idea what a mukbang is. What is a mukbang? Maybe I'm not hip enough. I don't know what a mukbang is. What is that? If you can tell me what a mukbang is, I might have a little bit of understanding, but I don't know what that is. Is that just people, like I say, just people eating? What's the point of that? Now, there was a woman i.e. girl in Japan, that had, I don't know how many subscribers or people, I don't want to say patrons, but lonely pervert men, well, kind of like me, but they're Japanese instead of American. So. But they would pay her hundreds and thousands of dollars to watch her eat. She didn't talk. She did not interact with the audience. No chatting. Just to watch her eat. And these men were paying her hundreds of dollars or sometimes $1,000 to watch her eat something. Now, I say good for her. She found a little niche that paid really well. I did grow up in Japan for 10 years of my life, but that was before the internet, and I just don't have the equipment or the face here that actually would get me to make that kind of money or have people pay me to eat. Maybe I'll do that. I mean, maybe do a live stream because I picked up these potato chips here, which I've never seen before. Loaded nachos. I figure I'd give these a try. So maybe we'll do a taste testing. Maybe we'll see if I have allergic reaction to it and puff up to 5 times my size and have maybe a seizure or something. Who knows? Who knows? But, that being said, wasn't too bad of a day. Made some good progress on my trip. Had a really good dinner. Well, still having a good dinner. So I just want to say thank you to every one of you who came in and stuck around. Listen to me yammer on as I always do. My nasally, whiny, Baltimore, inflected, blah, blah, blah. That's basically what it is. So, I just want to say thank you to My World, My Way Helen from the UK, Miss Stephanie from Australia, Melbourne, Australia, Texas Life Julie from Canada, as her name suggests, Ross Romes from the UK as well. Always glad to have you. I do appreciate it. JW Vlogs, JBW Vlogs, Trucking in Wyoming, Just Suede. Check out all these channels if you would. They're all putting stuff out there for the most part. USA Watch Cop, thank you much. Harry from Metal Music Maniac. I'm still working. When I stop at Iowa 80, I'm going to try to find that shirt for you. And also, Miss Stephanie, I'm going to be making that hat when I get there. So I got to go back and look at the email or onto Messenger to get the color that you want. And I will try to send that out as soon as I can. Nathaniel Lee, Ross Romes, yes, thank you very much. We have a couple other people in here, I think. Let's see here. Daniel Adami. Oh, he has I don't get it how he has a more popular channel than I do. I'm absolutely fantastic. He just drives a truck and yammers on. But I do it better. I don't know why everybody's watching his channel. All right, so, just everybody, thank you much. Just scrolling up here, looking at the who came in. Nathaniel Lee, thank you very much. I do appreciate it all. So, thank you very much. If you missed it, it's going to be on the channel forever. I did put it on, set it for DVR, so you can watch it whenever you want. That way you can give better criticism of how terrible of a cook I am. I will take those hugs any day. Thank you very much. So I was going to say thank you to each and every one of you. God bless, and hope you had a good Valentine's Day, and hope you have a better tomorrow. And if any of you have any notion of buying a lottery ticket and it wins, just hit me up. I'll send you my email. I'll send you my phone number. And I will help you spend that money. And if you want, invent something where I can teleport this meal to you and just, give me the coordinates and we'll teleport it to you so you can have a good lamb chop for the rest of the night. Until then, thank you much. God bless. Have a good evening, y'all.